Hi, it's Cecile at Moxie. In this video, I'm going to show you some options for the seated exercises that I performed in my homework video featuring some basic mat exercises. So spine stretch forward. Oftentimes, some struggles that I'll see will be the inability to fully straighten the legs or the inability to sit up out of the hips. So you'll see people do a spine stretch like this or a spine stretch like this, and really we're not getting a spine stretch in either of those scenarios. So if you struggle with either of those, you could elevate your body by sitting on a yoga block, a moon box, if you're at home, a pillow or a couch cushion. So that will elevate you so that you're able to maintain the reach through the legs. And if your hamstrings are very tight, that will cause you to go into your hip flexors, making you dump into your low back like so, which is why we work on the armchair and the angle of the high chair and etc. So no mother tuckers. Lifting up out of the hips, if you're seated on something or elevated on a pillow, that will help. If you're on a raised mat like I am and you don't have a block, you can simply just take the feet to the ground for both your spine stretch as well as your saw. Okay? Your first step from there may just be to practice the lift and the length. And from there, if you're ready to, the spine stretch forward, inhale sitting tall, and exhale rounding up and over. You want to feel the root in your seat and the lift of your waist to help you with the stretch in your spine. If you're not quite feeling that, you may also need to take your hands to the mat or the legs to give yourself a little distance, because sometimes in a spine stretch forward, you'll see people just, jerk their head to the ground, and there's not really much of a stretch. So if you keep the hands long on a surface, say the mat or the legs, inhale and you sit tall, and then you exhale and round. Imagine you're just sliding the dial of a Ouija board forward so that you can create a lift and space, and then roll back up. Good. And when you've mastered the spine stretch or your best version of the spine stretch, maybe again it's just sitting here, sitting tall, and then you add your arms, and then maybe you add the curl, right? Add the saw by reaching the arms to the side. Are you able to maintain that lift and that reach? And are you able to reach through your arms, right? This might be enough for you. And then if you're able to, you just add the twist, lifting up out of the hips. And when that's comfortable, the saw is really just your spine stretch with a twist. So you twist, round and reach. This is where I see folks run into trouble. They'll jerk their arms too far, or they'll just twist with their shoulders rather than moving from the center. If that's you, hands can go behind your neck, leave them out, and try a tall twist. Think of using your hands, utilize them to pull yourself up. And maybe that's all you do for now. So those are just some basic building options. It's not every option in the book, but a few options to work your way up to a spine stretch and saw safely when you're practicing on your own.